Let's move on. Let me look at this Tommy Tallarico's tweet that you posted here.
I didn't put that there.
I put that on there.
What is it?
What?
It's
an Earthworm Jim animation.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim is coming only to the Intellivision Amico.
Yeah, that's right. The word is out.
Yeah.
You knew it.
This animation intrigues me. Like, what kind of things is the Amico going to be doing?
Hand-drawn animated Earthworm Jim games, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, look good.
Yeah, I don't know. The Amico, it's coming this year.
It's an infinite runner starring Earthworm Jim.
At least in this looping GIF it is.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, Amico. Are they taking Sony's place at E3?
That's what I put it on here for as well. Is like, yeah, I think they're gonna probably have a pretty good booth at E3, right?
What about Google Stadia?
Is that still around?
I mean, I was just thinking about that. Like, all right, last year too, there's plenty of available space on the show floor.
Sure.
And you got some people looking to make a splash. Is that Intellivision thing coming out this year?
The Amico?
Is, right?
Yeah, it's coming out this year.
So,
I think it makes sense for them, like, not to go overboard with a booth, but to have a presence there. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you have plenty of other of these like smaller retro type consoles that have booths and everything. So
at least sponsor a food truck outside.
Sure. I think
I would like to check it out.
Yeah, I'd check that out, definitely.
I've played a lot of Intellivision growing up.
What else are we checking out there? Not the
nothing.
The PS5.
Nope.
I will say I'm a little bit surprised that they're not at E3. Like, I totally get it, but at the same time, it's like that's we're really in first place and very ballsy.
Yeah, Pachter said that he thought that was a mistake. I think that's what he said. I feel like that's what he said. I didn't link to it, so we'll never know. But it's pretty surprising. When
I can't tell whether it's a mistake or not, but it just feels very. I don't know. It feels like there's no reason they shouldn't be there.
What if they instead did their own event at the exact same dates at E3, but not at E3? Like, what if they rent the Staples Center and they just have PlayStation 5 Bonanza? Could happen.
It could, but it sounds like they want it to be a consumer show, is what their statements seem to indicate.
They just don't want to pay.
I don't know. It's just so weird now. Like, I get that E3 is in this weird limbo state, but at the same time, it has value in that, like, you get a lot of website traffic on video games during that time.
Right.
Like, no matter what anybody says, like, so much news comes out of that time. And even if people aren't paying attention to E3 or care about the event itself, like, there's huge spikes in people looking up stuff about video games during E3.
Even this dopey podcast gets a lot more listeners during E3.
Yeah, it's still a major, like, whoever's there, what the show is, say what you will. But as far as getting messages out, it's still the time to do it.
Right.
So my thought was maybe Sony does something later in the week.
In New York.
Like,
ooh, I like that idea.
Right.
In New York, yeah. I don't even know if it's an event, but maybe they do announcements after E3 because then they get the full Microsoft message and can react to that.
Sure. Bold strategy. I like that strategy.
Yeah, it's just a bummer that it's not going to be there. Like,
for sure.
You're going to lose some of the hype from not being at E3.
But it's not like you don't have time. Mm-hmm. Plenty of time between the launch.
Oh, yeah. It's still not going to be a huge factor in how many they sell probably early in the console life. That's all about price.
Right. And how many they can make. Doesn't seem to be a problem anymore.
It doesn't.
Nope. They got it. While we're talking about Sony here, did you guys do your year in PlayStation?
I did.
Yeah, mine was pretty lame.
So was mine.
Mine was too.
Mine's only used by Ty to play Fortnite mostly. So Ty's got 49 hours of Fortnite.
I should play Fortnite with Ty.
You should.
I know.
He's got. We got Spider-Man. I think we got some Spider-Man time was put in this year as well. 9 hours of that, and then 8 hours of Days Gone. That was me.
Yeah.
So that was 94
glad I got
hours
that
of
code
gameplay.
for you.
Which one?
Days Gone.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, it was good, but it had a lot of quality of life issues.
Gotcha.
And I was planning on going back to check it out.
Understood. That's fine. That's okay.
I liked it though. It was quality 8 hours.
The only games I played the Far Cry game that came out this year, which I forgot what that's called already. Not Far Cry 5. I played the Division 2 on it that also came out last year. And I know there was something else, and I can't think of what it was off the top of my head. But I believe I was topping out at about 33 hours all in, which is which is not a lot. No. That's mostly due to Game Pass on the Xbox, and that's
where's Xbox's year?
I know that's where most of my gameplay was. Also, Rainbow Six I played on the Xbox. Again, a lot of my gameplay. So I don't know, what can you do? I suck. Although I think there's someone on the show who has less hours than me, so he could talk next if he wants to.
Sure, I clocked in 26 hours on PS4 this last year.
We're all Xbox fanboys.
I guess so. Wow.
On the least amount. Well, Ty, it's all Ty.
I mean, it just came down to, like, my most played game was Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 on PS4.
Right.
They didn't have a whole lot of exclusives this year.
At least not ones that we wanted to play.
Right, and it just came down to I've always played Borderlands on Xbox, and so that's where I bought Borderlands at.
And the Xbox controller is good.
Yeah, but truthfully, it just comes down to whatever co-op game I'm playing right now, because I tweeted this out. I figured out I played 26 hours of PlayStation 4 last year, which I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I should play a lot more than that. And then I did the math on how many hours I put into putting my kids to bed, and it was like 550 hours.
Oh, you really did the math on that?
Yeah. Like, if you go through the whole process of getting 2 kids to bed every night for a year.
Yeah, I get it. It's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
Good times.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Well, no, you don't have to do that anymore. Yeah. Your kids are beyond those ages.
They are.
And they just wander the neighborhood all night long.
All night.
Oh, I just heard the door slam. Sabrina's out for the night.
She must be out with her friends. You know what, though? We have to take her stuff away from her because she will FaceTime with gabbing with the gals. If we don't stop it, it would be all night.
Yeah.
Got to take everything out of their rooms.
Yep. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
That seems a lot less time intensive than
it is
because me being in the rooms.
Yeah, and also you can rationalize. you can rationalize with an 11 going on 12-year-old a lot easier than a 4-year-old. It's a different conversation.
It's funny.
Yeah.